Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe it for the daily videos. Question number 1. A triage nurse has these 4 clients arrive in the emergency department within 15 minutes. Which client should the triage nurse send back to be seen first? Option A. A 2-month-old infant with a history of rolling off the bed and has bulging fontanelles with crying. Option B. A teenager who got a singed beard while camping. Option C. An elderly client with complaints of frequent liquid brown colored stool. And option D. A middle-aged client with intermittent pain behind the right scapula. Explanation. This client is in the greatest danger with a potential of respiratory distress. Any client with singed facial hair has been exposed to heat or fire in close range that could have caused damage to the interior of the lung. Note that the interior lining of the lung has no nerve fibers, so the client will not be aware of swelling. Question number 2. While planning care for a toddler, the nurse teaches the parents about the expected developmental changes for this age. Which statement by the mother shows that she understands the client's developmental needs? Option A. I want to protect my child from any falls. Option B. I will set limits on exploring the house. Option C. I understand the need to use those new skills. Option D. I intend to keep control over our child. Explanation. Erickson describes the stages of the toddler as being the time when there is normally an increase in autonomy. The child needs to use motor skills to explore the environment. Question number 3. The nurse is preparing to administer an enteral feeding to a client via a nasogastric feeding tube. The most important action of the nurse is Option A. Verify correct placement of the tube. Option B. Check that the feeding solution matches the dietary order. Option C. Aspirate abdominal contents to determine the amount of last feeding remaining in the stomach. And option D. Ensure that feeding solution is at room temperature. Explanation. Proper placement of the tube prevents aspiration. Question number 4. The nurse is caring for a client with a serum potassium level of 3.5 milliequivalent per liter. The client is placed on a cardiac monitor and receives 40 milliequivalent kCl in 1000 ml of 5% dextrose in water IV. Which of the following EKG patterns indicate to the nurse that the infusions should be discontinued? Option A. Narrowed QRS complex. Option B. Shortened PR interval. Option C. Tall peaked T waves. And option D. Prominent U waves. Explanation. A tall peaked T wave is a sign of hyperkalemia. The nurse care provider should be notified regarding discontinuing the medication. Question number 5. A nurse prepares to care for a 4-year-old newly admitted for rhabdomyosarcoma. The nurse should alert the staff to pay more attention to the function of which area of the body. Option A. All striated muscles. Option B. The cerebellum. Option C. The kidneys. And option D. The leg bones. Explanation. Rhabdomyosarcoma is the most common children's soft tissue sarcoma. It originates in the striated or skeletal muscles and can be found anywhere in the body. The clue is in the middle of the word and is myo, which typically means muscle.